Imagine this, a bunch of scrappy shepherds on a muddy riverbank, dreaming big. Fast forward a few thousand years, and they've built an empire that stretched from the sands of Egypt to the misty hills of Scotland. We're talking roads that still stand today, laws that echo in our courtrooms, and stories of gladiators and emperors that make Hollywood look tame. That's ancient Rome for you, the city that refused to fade away. Hello rookies, welcome back to the channel Rookie Fact Finder. Today we're diving into its wild, epic history. Stick around, you won't want to miss how it all crashed and burned. Or did it? Let's jump in. It all kicks off around 753 BC. Yeah, that's over 2,700 years ago. Legend has it, Rome was founded by twins Romulus and Remus, abandoned babies raised by a wolf. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? But here's the real juice. These guys weren't just myth. Archaeologists have dug up huts on the Palatine Hill that match the stories. Romulus ends up killing his brother in a spat over who gets to rule. Talk about sibling rivalry on steroids. He names the city after himself, and boom, Rome is born. A tiny village of outcasts, slaves, and farmers huddled by the Tiber River for protection. They weren't fancy, they were survivors. But survival? That's where Rome got clever. By the 6th century BC, they were copying the big kids on the block, the Greeks and Etruscans. They swiped ideas like aqueducts for fresh water and gladiatorial games for entertainment. Wait, games? Oh yeah, picture this. Crowds roaring in packed arenas as fighters clash with swords and shields. It wasn't just blood sport, it was politics. Emperors used these spectacles to keep the masses happy and distracted. Bread and circuses, they called it. Genius, right? Or kind of shady. Fast forward to 509 BC, and Rome flips the script. They boot out their last king, some tyrant named Tarquin, and invent a republic. No more one-man rule. Now it's senators, consuls, and a senate house that looks like a fancy frat party. Think of it as democracy's awkward teenage phase. The plebeians, the everyday folks, fought tooth and nail for rights, striking and even seceding from the city once. They won seats in government, poor as they were. Rome expanded like wildfire, conquering Italy, then Carthage in epic Punic Wars. Hannibal crossed the Alps with elephants, but Rome just kept coming back stronger. Enter the heavy hitters. Julius Caesar, that slick general with the laurel wreath and killer one-liners. He crosses the Rubicon River in 49 BC, sparking civil war because why not? The die is cast, he says. He crushes his rivals, conquers Gaul, that's modern France, and turns Rome into a powerhouse. But power corrupts, huh? Senators stab him to death on the Ides of March at too brute. His nephew, Octavian, steps up, rebrands as Augustus, and in 27 BC, the empire is born. No more republic pretense. It's one emperor, vast territories, and Pax Romana, the Roman peace that lasted 200 years of relative chill. Under the empire, Rome hit its stride. They built 50,000 miles of roads, paved, straight as arrows, so legions could march anywhere fast. Aqueducts snaked through mountains, dropping crystal water to fountains where kids splashed and lovers whispered. The Colosseum? A 50,000-seat stadium for 100 days of games a year. And don't get me started on the baths. Massive spas with hot pools, gyms, and libraries. It was like Vegas meets a wellness retreat, all on the government's dime. Writers like Virgil penned the Aeneid. Engineers like Vitruvius dreamed up concrete that lasts forever, and architects gave us the Pantheon, still the largest unreinforced dome on Earth. But empires don't last on hot baths alone. By the 3rd century AD, cracks showed. Barbarian tribes hammered the borders, inflation skyrocketed, your denarius couldn't buy a decent loaf of bread anymore. Emperors came and went like bad dates. 26 and 50 years, most assassinated. Christianity spread like wildfire, shaking up the old gods. Then, in 476 AD, a Germanic king named Odoacer deposed the last emperor, Romulus Augustulus. Ironic name, huh? The Western Empire falls. But wait, the eastern half, Byzantium, chugged on for another 1,000 years. So Rome didn't really die, it evolved. Our calendars, Roman. Our languages, rooted in Latin. Even Senate and Republic are their gifts. The Eternal City taught us ambition, resilience, and yeah, a little hubris. What do you think? Could Rome happen again today? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I read them all. If this sparked your history bug, smash that like button, subscribe for more time travel vibes, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Vale.